Gref 2-0 trap. No shot. Gref, if you're still in the chat, what I saw Gref earlier. Mate, did you cannon rush trap out of the tournament? Did you really just do that? No shot. Feels bad, man. Trap just came back from military. He gets cannon rush out of KungFu Cup. You're an animal, pop. You're an animal. But congratulations to Gref as he took down Trap and took a game off of Firefly. For those who don't know, Gref is the Ukrainian Protoss, and he does nothing but cannon rush. He's just a pure cannon rusher. And I believe he cannon rush Trap out. He's an animal. And now we have Beyond versus Firefly. It looks like we have nothing but quarterfinals matches. All of the quarterfinals, but here we go. We're diving into our next game, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Alkione, we have our South Korean Zerg player, the Red Zerg representing Team Vitality. It is Solar. The Zerg hope of the tournament. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Protoss player getting goal-based. We have, representing Dragon Kaiser Gaming, DKZ, herO. Here we go. So Solar is rushing into the gold as we speak. herO, does he probe scout? He does not probe scout. If he did, I would imagine herO would cannon rush. herO very often cannon rushes this position, responds with a forge if we are rushing into the gold. But again, herO is actually going to be going for a gate expand back at home. herO with 0 scouting information. That is a little bit unorthodox. Usually you would send out your worker even to deny the expansion and to delay bases and to force really weird positions. So this is a good start for Solar. A very nice start for Solar as he's in the dark, or hero's in the dark. Doesn't know how greedy Solar is being. Now, with this goal base, we should be working towards an all-in. We've been seeing Solar take this goal base very frequently. If you watched ESL Open Cup Americas the other day, we casted Solar versus MaxPax, and Solar did this very build against MaxPax. He did it against MaxPax last week as well, and yeah, Solar's just been very aggressive as of late on some of these maps. On maps like Alkione, on maps like, not Amphion, the other one, Crimson Court, and on Dynasty. We've been seeing a lot of all-ins from Solar. And the purpose of this is to rush into either a Lin Queen Nidus all-in or like a Roach-based all-in. We'll see how aggressive Solar's going to be. Back at home, herO opening up with a Stargate in his main. And again, has yet to scout anything. That was weird base positions that somehow worked for herO. That kind of expansion pattern is more commonplace in TvP just because of how secure the third is, right? The triangular third is on the high ground and it requires rocks and minerals to actually gain access to. So in TvP, you often see that third base, and then you expand forward to that center hybrid base as well. You mainly see it in that matchup though. Like, you don't see like Zerg players expand like that. That's crazy. Like Zergs and Terrans typically don't. Terrans in TVZ maybe. Yeah, I think they do. Just because the bases on the right-hand side are a little bit more wide open and vulnerable to attack. But we're now getting into our game. Getting into our next game, as it's going to be a Void Ray opener. Okay, herO, you have my attention. It's going to be a Void Ray start from our Protoss player. And we do scout across map with our 2 Adepts with their Lings in position. Ling speed has done. It is now kicking in, and we can shut down the Adepts, only bleeding out 1 drone. So far, a solid start by Solar. Void Ray has arrived, hunting down Overlords, but we have Queens in position, and can we save it? Up! Oh, we cannot. No transfuse. Overlord does go down. And herO, he's going for a hidden tech structure behind this. This could go one of 2 ways. We're going for a Twilight Council. Now, this is either to rush into Glaive Adepts or to rush into Blink. Both are viable in this position. Glaives is to be more aggressive, Blink is to be more defensive. What I'm referring to, because again, this should be working towards an all-in. If we go into Blink, then defensive Blink Stalkers at the third base can do so well. They're so efficient, and herO can defend like no other if he gets fast Blink. If we go for Glaives, then we're going to be more aggressive. We're going to be harassing across the map with Glaive Adepts and picking apart the Zerg player. It's a little bit more all-in though. It's a little bit more committed. And there it is. Blink is on the way. So again, with fast Blink, herO will have like the ideal Blink Stalker army here to defend against Roaches. Here comes that Roach Warren. Roach Warren is on the way. And this fast blink can turn into a 3-base all-in as well. This defense can turn into aggression real quick. Once we get our third up and running. For now, Adepts are moving out. We're kind of building up towards our tech structures. We threaten the gold. Lings are going down. But no drones yet. No drones for the time being. More gates on the way. Solar did throw down his lair. Lair is now done. Evo chamber done as well for upgrades. Roach production has commenced for Solar. And we are not cutting workers yet. We're teching up. Yeah, we're taking gases, +1, Roach speed. It looks like Solar's working towards a longer game. Despite how aggressive this goal base can be, it does look like, yep, Solar's droning. So Solar is just droning up. Which is why I do like Blink in this position, because suddenly herO can settle into his 3 bases, and now he can go for a longer macro game and like harass the hell out of Solar with these Blink Stalkers. And build up and go further from here. The army has arrived, and I'm shading towards the natural. Don't quite commit. Yeah, Lings are being cleaned up. The Roaches not quite in position. Queens are going down. Yeah, Queens are falling one after the other. Roaches are rotating back over. Again, they were dragged all the way back to the natural. And here, he's getting damage done. Queens falling left and right. Now Roaches as well. Expensive losses for Solar. Things so far looking good. And again, this Roach army, it's getting smaller and smaller as time goes on. Solar does focus on some of these weakened Stalkers. Up! But does overextend. And herO, he's done it. He breaks the main army. GG gets called. And herO takes game number 1. GG. Again, rushing into Blink like that is just so good against these more aggressive builds. Like, oh god. As you can see there, like it's so good to defend initially and also to punish if the Zerg player tries to macro, as you have Blink so quickly. And again, herO was Solar was droning. Remember, Solar, he was droning up at the time. He was caught out of position with his Roaches, and things very quickly escalated out of control. GG, well played. And now we're getting into game number 2. Getting into game number 2. And I imagine we're going to be seeing some more aggression out of Solar. We're loading in to Ghost River. Oh boy. As spawning in the top right hand corner of Ghost River, we have our Red Zerg. Our Red Zerg player representing Team Vitality down in this series. Can he bounce back here and now? Again, there are only 2 Zerg players left in the tournament. Solar is one of them. I'm hoping we can get a deeper run going, but we'll see. Representing Team Vitality, it is Solar. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss representing Dragon KZ Gaming, DKZ. It is herO. Here we go. As Solar forced to take the unnatural, natural forced to expand elsewhere. I saw in the chat someone asking about Max Packs and Rogue. I'm not certain. I don't think I have an update on that series. I think they're currently mid-series. But yeah, Solar and Rogue are the 2 lone Zerg players. We'll see if we can get any of them in the semifinals. And so now, Hatch Gas Pool. Hatch into Gas into Pool, standard opener out of Solar. We are loading into Ghost River, and it is very commonplace to go for aggressive builds here and to go all in from both sides. So we'll keep an eye on the openers, on the builds overall, to see if Solar throws out an early Roach Warren, maybe early Gases, early Lair. Likewise, if herO opens up Twilight Council, or if he goes Stargate into Twilight Council again. Specifically, Stargate into Twilight Council before the 3rd Nexus. Like that's the more aggressive build. That herO did go for in the last game. We shall see. But now we're settling in. Do have our initial links on the way. And it is going to be the Stargate opener for herO, but an interesting location for the Stargate. You have my attention. So, the Stargate is thrown down in between the natural and the main. It's actually very far back. I wouldn't be surprised if this is another Void Ray opener. We did open up Void Ray in the last game, and typically you want to hide the Stargate if you go Void Rays. Otherwise, you'd want it a little bit closer to the edge to get damage done across the map. I'm curious. Curious how herO plays this out. I mean, I think either one is good, just because in game 1 it was a Void Ray, so Solo's maybe a little bit more tentative about even moving out his Overlords. As Link does slip in and oh, what did we see? And we did not get eyes on the tech. Meanwhile, across the map, Adept does shade in. Ooh, not quite getting a drone. As we do manage to get away in time. Oracle is in production, not the Void Ray, so we're mixing it up here in game number 2. As again, in game 1, it was Void Ray first. So I do like that we are mixing things up here for herO. Meanwhile, Solo just trying to keep up. Just trying to keep up so far, maintaining his workers, droning, taking a third base. We are settling in. And that first Oracle was moving out across the map. We have how much to defend? We have soon to be 2 queens in the main. Yeah, we have 2 queens at the natural. We should be okay. As herO gets some larva. Gets a larva at the natural base. Getting a drone in the main as well. Not bad. A couple of pickoffs here and there. Solar's in position to deny the third. There it is! Do you see what I see? I see a Twilight Council before the third Nexus. Now, just like the last game, this could be one of 2 things. This could be either Fast Glaives or Fast Blink. And both have their uses, both have their own different playstyles. I do like the use of Fast Blink here, once again, especially if he thinks that Solo's going to be aggressive. So do shut down some of those drones. Again, hero's been very fond of the Fast Blink build. Just because of how versatile you can be with it. But we shall see, as we have yet to expand. Just getting in position, and oh, it's going to be the other one. We're mixing it up. Game 1 was Fast Blink. Game 2 is Fast Glaives. Glaives going to be on the way. Now, this is a little bit more committed. This doesn't scale amazingly into the mid game. Here, there's a lot more onus on herO to get economic damage done. And we're moving out. Now, we're starting things off with a vanilla Adept push, as Glaives is still in production. But we need to trade well with this, and we also need to ideally retain some of these Adepts as well. He's shading between the bases. There's not much to defend. No shot. Solar, he's caught with his pants down. He wasn't ready for Adepts. Not here, not now. Lings are going down. So far, we haven't lost many workers. Actually, 7 probes go down across the map. Very nice thing run by. And again, herO needs to get even more done. As a result of this, 7 probes falling. We get 3 drones so far. That's not good enough. But now we have more Adepts. We have more Adepts, Oracles to support as well. But Roach production has started. Roaches are on the way, and can we get a queen? Oh my god, it looks like we barely can. 1 queen goes down, another gets caught in the stasis. Going for the workers, but Roaches are coming out just in time. Roaches are popping out. Adepts say shaded between the bases once again towards that natural. More workers falling. It's gonna be 9. Oh no! Now the damage is done. 15 drone kills. Ay. And it's not over. It should soon be over. There we go. We have Lings in position. We clean this up. Oh no, we're focusing down more drones. 20 drone kills. 21. It's one of those things where it's like, oh my god, herO, he lost 7 workers. He needs to get damage done. He does. He just does. Just gets the damage. Say, Papi, you need to kill some drones. This is how many? 21. And just like that, herO has a massive lead. herO's on 52 probes. Solar down to 28. Oh my god, now he's all in. Yeah, queens are waddling across the map. There's no macroing. Solar, he knows. There's no way to macro out of this. He has to go all in. It's the only chance that Solar has. Creep is spreading. Lings, Roaches, Ravagers on the way. One way or another, the game is about to end. Either Solar is able to kill herO or die trying. Going down stasis traps. First stasis is baited out. Very nice movement here from Solar. Shield battery is done. And we don't really have Blink. These Stalkers are not going to be ideal in the defense. Need a couple more seconds as we dive on top of the army. Overcharge is popped. Oracle's trying to support the Wiles. Ooh, they take down one Stalker. But the Overcharge is putting in so much work, keeping the Stalker army alive. Blink is done in 10 seconds. We need a little bit more time. Solid Force Field here. Force Field, Stasis Trap on the Lings. Yeah, now we have Blink. Yeah, we dive on the army, focus on the Ravagers, and herO, he's holding. He's shutting this down. We're running out of steam. GG gets called, and herO will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the semifinals. GG. GG, well played. herO popping off with his fast Twilight Councils, both in Game 1 and in Game 2. The Punishers were real. The aggression was real. The Vanilla Adepts and the Glaive Adepts, honestly, initially they weren't doing too much, remember. Initially they were getting a couple of workers here and there, but not really enough. But eventually, Solar was pulled apart. Eventually, Solar was left a little bit exposed and vulnerable at his natural. 15 drones went down. We got up to 21 worker kills. And that was more than enough. That was game-ending damage then and there. Solar had to go for the all-in. There was no other option. And alas, herO was ready for it. Just in time. GG, well played. With that, herO is our first player to advance on to the semifinals. And who will join him in those semis? Let's have a look. !B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the rank yourselves.